The Blessing 3 has an attainable price point. It has a nice balanced sound. It has an emphasis in the mid-range. The bass is well controlled and the treble is not too fatiguing. I would like to thank Apple's Audio for sending out the Moondrop Blessing 3 for me to review. They are in no way influencing this review. I've actually shopped on Apple's website as a customer and I was pretty happy with their customer service. Apple's Audio is definitely a company that I trust to purchase audio products from. They have a nice 45-day return policy, a 1-year transferable warranty, a price match guarantee, as well as free shipping. If you do end up being interested in the Blessing 3, I will leave an affiliate link down below for which I may earn a commission fee at no additional cost to you. Either way, you should definitely check out Apple's Audio's website because they have a nice selection of certified refurbished audio products that can save you a lot of money if you are on a budget. So let's take a closer look at the Moondrop Blessing 3 and then I'll talk about the sound quality of these IEMs. Here we have the Moondrop Blessing 3 IEM and we're going to take a look inside to see everything you get with these IEMs. So right off the bat, you're greeted by a pink-haired anime girl, and let's go ahead and open this up. And you're greeted with a really nice unboxing experience. The box kind of opens up and stays like this for you. Now there is a little box up here. Let's go ahead and check that out first. And it looks like you get this Blessing 3 postcard, and here's the back of it. You also get this Blessing 3 user manual, which kind of goes over how to wear it and how to store it properly. Alrighty, now let's take a look at this cool little storage bag. It actually looks pretty nice, just says Moondrop on top. A bit on the thicker side, so don't expect to put this in your pocket, but you can definitely something you can toss in your backpack or bag. Has a nice zipper. And if we open it inside, we see a few things. So first of all, they do include this airplane audio adapter. So if you're used to traveling a lot on an airplane, this is gonna come very handy. It's included as part of the IM. The next thing you'll find inside is this bag full of different size ear tips. So you should be able to find an ear tip that fits your ears just fine. Just go ahead and try them out till you find the right fit for you. Next, you have the audio cable, which uses a 2-pin connector to connect up the IEMs, and then it has a 3.5mm audio connector on the other side. And finally here we have the Blessing 3 IEMs. As you can see right here, they have a shiny metal finish, and taking a look at the back, they have a clear resin finish. You can see inside of the IEMs, but yeah, let me take them out, take a closer look. And here's a closer look at them. So one interesting thing I noticed right away is that they actually have some weight to them. I found that quite interesting. Now, it's important to note that these IEMs have 2 dynamic drivers as well as 4 balanced armatures. You're gonna get that nice space from the dynamic drivers, and the balanced armatures should give you some nice high-end treble as well as some of that mid-range. And then we look here at the side of the IEM where the metal kind of meets the clear resin. That is where you plug in the 2-pin audio cable connector. And so here's what they look like with the audio cable connected. It does have this harder plastic in the area that goes around your ear. It's going to help to keep it in place. So I'll be right back with my full review where I talk about the comfort, how they sound. So I've been using the Blessing 3 IEMs for several weeks now, and I can definitely speak to their build quality and the sound quality. So first, to start with the design and build quality. The overall build quality of these IEMs is actually pretty good. They actually use a medical grade resin that allows you to see inside of the IEM, which makes them pretty interesting to look at. The stainless steel faceplate brings a level of elegance to these IEMs. However, I did find that they are prone to small nicks and scratches, so be careful where you put these IEMs when you're not using them. One thing that stood out to me about these IEMs is the combination of the weight and the size of them actually made them quite bulky, so you definitely will notice the IEMs when you have them on your ears. Each IEM weighs about 9 grams, and the size of them are bigger than other IEMs I have tried. However, I would say that once they're in your ears, they're definitely quite comfortable, but you will notice that you are wearing IEMs, again, because of the size and weight of them. Also, these IEMs are a little bit on the thick side, so they will stick out of your ear opening quite a bit, so just keep that in mind. This audio cable was of good quality, and I didn't have any problems with it. Now let's get to what most of you care about, sound quality. These IEMs do a great job of keeping outside noise out, so you can immerse yourself in your music, which is really great. One thing I did notice with these IEMs, however, is that they are very sensitive, meaning that these IEMs do have quite a bit of a noise floor. When I hook these up to my desktop DAC and amp, which consists of the Denafrips RS2 and the THX AAA 789. So as I was listening to my music, I could definitely hear noise in the background, which is not very pleasant to listen to. However, once I tried the Blessing 3s on this portable DAC amp, the Diablo 2. It has the IE match feature, and with that setting turned on, the noise floor kind of went away, and I was able to listen to my music without that background noise. But you're definitely not gonna have that noise floor problem if you hook them up directly to your smartphone, or if you use something like this very small portable DAC amp. The X5K worked out great with this portable DAC amp. I think it actually sounded better in some cases, but I'll get into that in just a bit. So first, let's talk about the bass, because this is one area that these IEMs handled very uniquely. These IEMs definitely produce a good amount of bass. However, it is a very controlled bass. So if you're a bass head that wants to feel every bass note and just bob your head to the music, you might be disappointed with these IEMs. Bass notes have a very fast decay with these IEMs. They go almost as fast as they come when listening to your music. There is a fair amount of sub bass, but nothing really that stands out. The mid bass is actually pretty good on the Blessing 3. However, I found myself wanting a little bit more of a punch in the mid bass, which kind of never came. But again, as I mentioned earlier, these IEMs have a very controlled bass. So if you are a person that doesn't like hearing too much bass in their music, I think these IEMs actually might work out for you. I would say that the mid-range is actually where these IEMs shine. Vocals and instruments in this frequency range sound very good and smooth. It's just an overall level of smoothness with these IEMs that allow you to listen to these IEMs for a long period of time without any fatigue. Now, treble is where it gets tricky with these IEMs, because the sound source mattered a lot. With my higher end gear that I usually use for my headphones, such as my THX 88879 and my Denafrips RS2 DAC, as well as the Diablo 2, the treble on these IEMs sounded a bit rolled off, so you didn't hear much detail, but that detail was traded off for smoothness. So never once did these IEMs sound even remotely sibilant. There is just enough detail in the treble to get by, but if you do want more emphasized treble, I would definitely use this with a different sound source, such as directly with your smartphone, or a small portable DAC amp such as the X5K. So let me explain that a little bit further. When it came to listening to the Blessing 3s directly connected to my smartphone using the Apple dongle, or when using the X5K then connected to my smartphone, there was a lot more detail in the treble. And it didn't sound roll off as it did with the Diablo 2 or my desktop headphone DAC and amp. The treble was just more present and intense, but never got to be sibilant, and the IEM still maintained that level of warm sound signature that I've heard before. So for the treble, I definitely prefer to listen to the Blessing 3s directly connected to my smartphone or using the X5K portable DAC amp. The treble just had more clarity and detail in the music. Imaging on the Blessing 3 was very good. I could definitely hear where the sound was coming from different instruments in the music. So for soundstage, I would say they have a medium level of soundstage. The music definitely doesn't sound like it's coming right close to your head or from very far away, but somewhere in the middle. I would say that the soundstage is pretty good, but nothing that really stands out. As far as the price goes on these IEMs, I would say that the price range that these are at is actually a fair price. So my final thoughts on the Moondrop Blessing 3 are that overall, these are a good set of warm sounding IEMs at a fair price point, but I would definitely pair these with a smartphone, connecting them directly, or using something like the X5K, or if you have a digital audio player, I definitely think it'll work great with that. Now, when it comes to using other equipment, such as portable DAC amps, just make sure that it has something like iFi's IE match feature, which allows it to handle sensitive IEMs such as the Blessing 3. And again, because these IEMs are quite sensitive, you're not going to hear that noise floor with the IE match feature, or if you're listening directly on your smartphone or something like the X5K. And I also like how the treble sounded much better when using my smartphone as the source. And again, the comfort is very good, but not the best because of their combined weight and bulkiness. I think that anyone looking for an IEM that has a warm sound signature with an emphasis in the mid-range will definitely like the Blessing 3s. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.